Today we're talking about a very, very important topic, which is pretty essential, I believe, which is the meaning of life, okay? The meaning of life is to give life meaning, okay? Now, I think this is a very important statement because, you know, when we grow up, we grow older, we start to get into this kind of like existential, rabbit hole where we're like, what do I do with my life? Where am I going? How am I going to expand this? I'm going to make this better. Right? We have all these questions that sort of stack up, not even understanding and optimizing the true nature, our true Gnostic wisdom, our true Vajra essence within us. Okay? So what's the point of playing this game? And why are we playing it? Okay? Are you playing to win this game of life, or are you playing not to lose? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, the game, obviously what I'm referring to as game is life, okay? And there's also a lot of examples of people who've spoken about this very well. And I took some notes last night, as well as I was reflecting a little bit today on these different topics and how you can actually construct and make sense and meaning of your life. One required reading for this particular live stream is Viktor Frankl, okay? Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. We can talk a little bit about that. But one great example is where, he was in the concentration camp, and essentially he envisioned himself in the future giving a speech as if he wasn't in his current suffering situation, right? So he future projected to give him the future vision to guide him along and create this life, okay? Which is incredible, actually, if we think about it like this, okay? 1 second, guys. Let me just check the sound if it's working. Fine. Namaste. Am I audible, Andrea? Can you hear me? Okay. So before we begin, just read the disclaimer to anybody listening, and just remember, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. Okay. Are you playing to win, or are you playing not to lose? Okay, really, really key and really, really important. I took some of these notes last night. In this game of quantum fractality, is that a word? Fractality? In this game of quantum fractalism, we are all God fractals, goddess fractals, divine fractals. Okay? What's up, Alejandro? Alejandro. Welcome. The game exists on many levels. Okay? There are 5 bodies: emotional, physical, mental, energetic, spiritual. Okay? Hey, what's up? So, surrender to the Lord of Love and be the dreamer who happens to be your own self. Okay? What's up? I'm chilling. I am absolutely in my own zone, in my dojo, in my den right now, tapping into divine spirits. I just did an incredible meditation yesterday night, and I've been tapping into this charisma meditation, a power liminal meditation. It's very powerful, man. It's like, woo! Takes me to a whole nother world, and, brings me back, I feel like. I'm from Kolkata, India, but I'm from everywhere. I'm a citizen of the planet. Okay? So, you are actually in your core nature, you are this charitable being, right? You're very free, you're very open, and you are that sex, you are that greater expression of consciousness being empowered through each and every one of your expressions, okay? I'm all about that DMT, bro, okay? All of that DMT. Well, that's created through your own brain, right? You can breathe, create DMT. You can just do the Wim Hof breath. Also fire breath. Change your breathing. Create endorphins. Create dopamine in your brain, okay? Change your state of mind. Display your higher consciousness. Be open and shameless of your presence, okay? And if you've ever read Thoth's manuscript. Okay, emerald tablets. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I think I'm gonna have to color them in after a certain point. You know, gotta get creative with that, and maybe have some like flowers. Like I'm gonna see if I can add some like you know, a lot more flowers and lotuses around. But thank you. Have you ever checked out the Hemis Festival? Go check it out on YouTube. Hemis, Hemis 2024. Go check it out. Bookmark it. It's this guy named Gary something. And he went to Ladakh, where he actually got to the energy of Padmasambhava. He has this particular festival there. Well, it's kind of an open festival now. It used to be a secret society where only the monks could access it, you know? And there's this specific dance, right, that Padmasambhava does, or did. You're from Ladakh. Woo-wee! How was the festival, bro? That's awesome. Right? The dance of Padmasambhava is so amazing because it dispels away all evil, right? And the demons there. And they, you know, stab this effigy of this demon. Like, it's amazing, man. This guy has protected me from various demons before. You know, when I was exploring stuff with the Goetia, you know, demonology and so this guy, you know, he was the one who rescued me from that world, you know. He brought me out of the... He actually made me see through the darkness and understand that these spirits, right, these wrathful beings can be used as guard dogs rather than, you know, ferociousness that... it's really our own egos, right? Oh, it'll be happening next month. Dang, I need to hit it up, man. I need to go there. I know now, especially after seeing that golden Padmasambhava statue, I'm like, it speaks to my soul, man. Something about it, you know? Anyway. So in the Emerald Tablets, right, Thoth, he speaks of the heart of the flame, right? The inner spark of divinity. That's what we're all trying to reach, and that's what we're all trying to get to, okay? And through different mystical teachings and practices and mystery school teachings, you can actually access this inner spark. Now, your ego tries to convince you that you have no power but to fall into traps, and you need to keep working through different traps, okay? Like, the ego will make you walk through a labyrinth to get to the end of the goal, not even knowing that the gold is already within you, right? Like as a nugget of inspiration. It'll make you go around the entire journey only to realize it's already within you, right? So that's kind of the ego's process, and what it does, it makes us fall into these different traps and so forth. But we gotta facilitate it, right? Because through ego death, then we create transformation. I have a huge tanka of awesome. Put out for display every 12 years. Wow. That's amazing, man. Every 12 years, huh? Is it like, I heard something about the year of the monkey, is that true? Every year of the monkey? But yeah, interesting, man. I really have to go to Ladakh, man. That's amazing that this is greater confirmation. You get what I mean? Greater confirmation. Because I legit just tuned into that yesterday. There can be a possibility there's someone from Ladakh here. You know what I mean? Hey, Vashu says, please help me, bro. Somebody help him in the comments, okay? Are you playing realizing how much is at stake? Okay? Really, really important. So how do we win this game of life? To be in pure bliss, no thoughts, no desire. That's how you win. That's how you win, okay? Someone give him 1,000 rupees, guys. Drop your QR code or whatever. Okay? Be in pure bliss, no thoughts, no desire. You can only conquer desire by being disinvested in thought. I am that I am. Soham, Shivoham. Okay? So, you know how we talk in the modern culture about being a real man? What's a real man? What's alpha male? What's you know, high value male? What's top G line? What's this? What's that? Right? We get all these, you know, ideas in culture. And if you really look at it, and you type in the words into Google, you type in Sat Purusha. Okay, Satpurusha. Now, Sat Purusha is the real man. Okay, hands down. That stage is called Nisvabha, devoid of existence. So in Hindu thought, there are two different realities that interact for experiences in the universe to happen. Prakriti, which is matter or mother, right? Feminine energy. And Purusha, which is spirit. Okay? Energy and consciousness. Okay? The cosmic man is Purusha. Okay? He is the past and the future. The moon created his mind. This is actually from the Rig Veda, guys. I'm reading directly from the Rig Veda. Check it out. Yo, yo. What's good, Sumit? My name is Sumed, so Sumit and Sumit, right? Tapping in. The moon created his mind, and his eye came from the sun. Shout out Horus as well. And his mouth arose the powers of fire and lightning. Woo, this gives me chills. Woo. Wait, let me read this again. Guys, really take in each word as I'm reading. The cosmic man is the past and the future. The moon created his mind, and from his eye came the sun. And from his mouth arose the powers of fire and lightning. The wind created his breath, and from his navel came the atmosphere. From his head, heaven. From his feet, the earth. And from his ears, the direction of space. Hallelujah. Amen. Soham. Swaha. Shalom. Let's go. From his feet, the earth, and from his ears, the directions of space. Thus, they formed the world. Samkhya school of philosophy has contributed significantly to the metaphysical aspects of reality. Yeah, exactly. While the light is within, inspiration comes from connection with spirit. So through inspiration, I understand the world and my journey within the inspiration. Okay? By allowing inspiration to flow through me. Okay? This is how I'm activating my inner fire, okay, is your divine connection. By allowing this to flow through you, I change my perceptions, my view of the world, and hence, I change the world itself. And you leak energy, okay? And if you really want to get nerdy and scientific about it, it's ELFUV waves, okay? Extremely low frequency ultraviolet waves that actually slow you down. Okay, it's not circadian rhythm, but it's also seasonal rhythm that's messing you up. Okay, women also have their menstrual moon rhythm, reproductive rhythm. Okay, also shout out Mama Dakila. Okay, Mama Kila, who's associated with our path working. And men also different daily rhythms. Okay, sexuality. Brother, I'm familiar with the Bible. I'm tapped into the New Testament. So, yeah, Christ is king, man. Christ and Padmasambhava, actually, I feel like have the same Chohan ray, like the ray of light. So, very powerful stuff. So, the body takes sunlight, and it keeps it as fat in your storage. This is actually what's happening, guys, right? The science is catching up to this. This is also from Guru Pashupati. If you haven't checked out his stuff, right, check it out. So you produce energy, and you've got to start doing yoga to produce that energy. Now, if you ever heard of the word Dakini, okay, or Daka, sometimes, Daka priest, okay, it comes from a word, means cloud walker. In a lot of Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism, right, they're fascinated with clouds, and I can see why. I understand why, okay, because the Dakini is the cloud walker. You know how they called him Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, right? Cloud walker. It's someone who's tapped into the heavens, someone who's tapped into divine energy, okay? Somebody who's speaking and interacting with that world, almost like Fae, right? Just they're interacting with a metaphysical world, okay? So cloud walking, and they also have this word tertons, right? Which is like downloads from the cloud, like not the iCloud as we know it, right? But an actual cloud downloads, right? From the sky again. And if you put your hand through a cloud, it doesn't get wet, right? You get energized. It's electric energy, okay? So the charge builds up so much that we have so much voltage that can actually act as our own vajra, as our own lightning. And our brain and our liver leaks this energy. You know, a lot of people get overweight or really thin, and infections, chemicals, exhaustion, you know, all this stuff tends to happen. But you can get into your dream state. When you're in lucid dreaming, guys, you can actually control and see the way that your prana and energy is flowing through you, okay? Even Andrew Tate, he admits to lucid dreaming, okay? Now, I have many things to say against him, for him, whatever he's doing, right? But to know that he's using this tech to understand things, this would be my fake accent, brother. If I were to talk to you like this, then that would be my fake accent. This is not a fake accent, okay? I grew up abroad. So, and again, it's like every time this game, let me tell you the secret to this game. 50% self-talk, 50% self-control, and frame control. Let me say that again. 50% self-talk, which is also other talk, remember. How you speak to yourself is how you speak to others. If you have self-hatred, you're going to hate on others, okay? It's 50% self-talk, 50% frame control and self-control, the way that you see reality, the way that you maintain your self-mastery, okay? In my lucid dreams, I still can't shit. Do you have any advice? No, I don't. Okay? Too bad. But if you're in a lucid dream, you probably could. You could poop everywhere, bro. That means you're still not lucid. But why do you think even Donald Trump, whatever you have to say about him, the man has frame control? Okay? Now, it might be very dominant way of establishing frame by calling other people nicknames, right? Crooked Hillary, low energy Jeb, right? And all these things. But his whole campaign was run on frame control. How he matched his reality. Someone argued, yo, maybe Rosie O'Donnell, right? He kept that vibe. He kept that energy alive, right? Nowadays, I don't know so much, but whatever. Back in the day, he did it, right? And he won. So understand that no matter what, you have to understand these two things, okay? This is how you're actually understanding this game of life, okay? That's nonsense, though. I love myself, but I can still talk hatefully about others that I hate. Really explore that, brother. Because what does it mean to you that you hate them? What does it mean about your character that you hate them? You see what I'm saying? It all points back to the self, the ego, my friend. Okay? What came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, bro. How is he meant to have the egg? Okay, divine, immaculate conception. Immaculate conception is like Joseph, this is a download I got. Joseph is left brain, right? Mary is right brain. Immaculate conception through brainwave hemisphere synchronization, creating the omnipotent or the Holy Spirit without a gender, right? Within. Brainwave synchronization, right? Is one of the ways out of this matrix as well, okay? Then we got to understand man's search for meaning, okay? He has profound insights into human resilience, and there are also a lot of understandings of how, you know, finding purpose through suffering, I think, is a very important one, because you can choose your suffering, right? I can go to the gym and suffer, and I'm actually getting better. Or somebody could sit and suffer in their own sadness and depression, right? And that's also a different type of suffering. But suffering is something that we got to go through in this life. That's I'm afraid you're in samsara, my friends. Like, we're in this, right? You got to suffer a little bit. However, it's going to be worth it, because the first time, man, You got to understand, you have to enter the struggle in order to let go and tap in, okay? That's the flow cycle by Herbert Benson, if you don't know, okay? Broad question, do you know Russian? Niet. If you can't, then you have a lot to learn. Blah, blah, blah. Roman nice guy, I have a menacing aura and shadow. Everyone's scared of me and they keep talking about me. How do I change my aura to that of an angel? Okay. Well, first of all, stop classifying yourself as a nice guy, right? And also stop classifying your aura as menacing or whatever. Just live life, man. You know how you're gonna boost your aura? Is you gotta get into no mind. And you gotta do the Vajradragon yoga practices, the Riz yoga practices that we have in the ADAPTS program. That's gonna help you tap in. There's also, if you type into my channel, just type in aura booster, okay? Type in aura booster, okay? Brother, I don't speak Russian. I can just say da, okay? So let me go through the notes of Frankl. So Frankl argues that the most absurd and painful dehumanized situations in life has potential meaning, and therefore even suffering is meaningful. I am Shellism Tones, that's correct. A long time ago. So, therefore, suffering is meaningful. A call to action would be to reflect on personal challenges and try to find a sense of purpose or learning within them. This could involve, different experiences, lessons people are taught, okay? Or simply adopting a mindset where the challenges have really pushed you towards an edge, okay? So this idea of self-transcendence, okay? If you've understood Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the apex, if you look beyond self-actualization, there is actually something he explored later on in his life in the Echelon Institute before his death, before his big speech, which is his work on self-transcendence, okay? So self-transcendence is above self-actualization. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think we actualize ourselves and become passionate about something, and then at the same time, okay. How do I become whole? Great question. You got to see where you're not, right? Like, we're fragmented beings after all, right? We have parts of ourselves. So like this one guy was, you were saying that, right? The nice guy and the angel, right? The good boy, bad boy, right? The martyr and the pamperer, right? Whatever. Like, you have these different archetypes in your brain, correct? And all of those different archetypes are fighting for the throne, okay? The way you become whole is you do what they said in Think and Grow Rich, okay? Which is create a council of your mind. Now, your council are technically your spirit guides, okay? That's not for the world to know, though. That's for you on this channel to know, okay? Your council in your mind are the different parts, the different fragments, the different versions of you. And parts work would be to have them all in a giant room in an auditorium at once, and you, the divine witness, who doesn't have a form, is formless really, is looking at them all and merging them all into one. So if you ever have split mind, should I do this or that? Imagine these two characters meeting in a cafe for the first time. They're on a first date or something, right? The good boy version of me and, maybe the bad boy version, whatever, right? They're meeting in a cafe and they realize that they are actually each other midway, right? And you're like, what? But we want the same things, right? You got to get to that point, And that's very much so associated with the trajectory that you're on, right? And if you understand that aura boosting, right? You guys keep talking about this word aura. It's become very popular nowadays, right? Legendary real pull, aura boost, okay? To boost your aura, you got to understand your energy, okay? You got to have a very deep understanding of the hidden energetics of all of this. I'm seen negatively, but that's because I have a shaved head, I'm 6'2", and I'd rather mean face. Has nothing to do with auras. I honestly think it has to do more with your character structure, bro. Right? Like, and genes and all that stuff too, you know, just generally. And if you choose to live like that, hey, that's fine. You don't need to worry about auras. Fuck it, you know. I suffered too much early in life. I used to be a nurse during COVID. Damn. Since age 18 to 25 now. I've been a nurse, now computer science degree. I've become a doormat, but my shadow projection is instigating fear and all. I get you. Do some shadow work, you know? What does it mean about you that you're like that, you know? Find your core belief and reframe your core belief. Once you reframe your core belief, it's a domino effect for the rest of your life, okay? I can't act excessively nice, and it definitely helps, but if I don't, it defaults to fear. You see, yeah, that's our general programming is in society, just be nice to people, just be general. Even if they're being a dick or whatever and like bullying you or like, you know, pushing you down, you know, disrespecting you, you still just, you know, you're taught to just, all right, do that, right? Give me some advice. How do I being strong? Strength is, first of all, a state of mind. You got to understand what your virtues are. From your virtues, strength is born. Because your strengths are your character strengths, correct? They're things that you're really good at. They're second nature to you. So you find your strength by doubling down on your strengths, plural. That's it, okay? Absorb what is working for you, discard what isn't, and add what is uniquely your own. Okay. But that's a very interesting thing, though, right? You want to save people. You used to save people, and now you want to, you know, incite fear in others. Okay. Notice how the polarity flips like that, right? Like how love can go to hate and hate can go to love, right? It can flip. It's a polarized world. We got to remain neutral. That's the way out. That's Buddha, that's Christ, that's Krishna. It's the middle path. It's a straight and narrow path and the middle path. The moment you get lopsided, right? You know how they say the road to excess is the palace of wisdom is the road to excess, right? When you do too much, you suddenly get humbled, right? Life will show you, like, boom. So do this quiz, hello? It's called VIA Strengths questionnaire. Just look it up on Google. It will tell you what your top strength is. Now, let me tell you this. If it says, let's say, for example, your top strength is humor, that means you gotta make yourself laugh more in what you're doing and in your work. You've gotta find humor and pull it through the ether. You get what I mean? And make it your lifestyle. You gotta make it so normalized for you, bro. If that's your real strength, that's gotta become your life. My strength is flow state. It's no wonder that I chose this paradigm, this life. Okay? It just made sense to me. I didn't follow the traditional path. Okay? A lot of times in my life, I could have gone with the easy, like the, you know, cog in the wheel mentality. My parents are both doctors. I could have, you know, swung in easy trust fund baby, like silver spoon, you know, just get all of their stuff and gunk and be okay, right? But I chose to go against the grain. Go the other way, go the other direction. Why? Because I notice psychology is focusing only on people's deficits. They don't remind people, in positive psychology, we remind people of their strengths, of what they're good at, how they're there to learn and thrive and get better and grow and have freedom and make choices in life, okay? Whereas the other paradigm is like, I have no choice. Just the same thing. I have to go through this bullshit every day. I can't do this. Yeah, didn't get my paycheck on time. It's this constant complaining, right? You got to understand. Once you understand, you are neutral. You're neither the positive or the negative. You simply are. And you can make that choice to return and be in that beginner's mind again, whatever you do, right? Shut your brain down. Get into like a blank slate mode. The moment where you're arguing with yourself and figuring out, should I do this? Should I not do this? I don't know. It's just boom, right? You take so much action, it shuts off the logical mind. You're saying, I don't know if I should go to the gym. You go. The moment you go maybe in your mind and you're drifting, like, I don't, maybe you should, possibly, and I'm hesitating and I'm not really sure. That moment, you gotta double down, right? Because that's the moment where you usually second guess yourself, you hold yourself back, you don't participate, right? You kind of close inwards, right? And so those are the moments that really matter. Pursue what matters, okay? And again, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Make that become your norm. Embody gratitude so much that it just becomes the way that you live. You just live appreciating life. Okay? There's not a second that you walk on this earth without appreciating this glorious existence, this fresh air, breathing, living, being alive, being fully present with yourself. Okay? I want to be powerful before everyone too, and build friendship. But it seems Abyss loves me more. Two paths on the spiritual journey that are going to split you from Steiner. Ahriman consciousness and satanic consciousness. Both make you feel dehumanized. One makes you fall and the other punishes you for falling. This is the labyrinth that you guys are stuck in, a lot of you, okay? So you do something that you feel negative about, but then you judge yourself, you're guilty about that, you ruminate on that, right? And it keeps you in the same loop. But if you can just break yourself out of there and do something completely random, shut off your mind so much, do something abstract, you know what I mean? A lot of you guys live very zombie-like, very monotone. Oh yeah, this, just start dancing, do the boogaloo, okay, once in a while. Just do something completely random, just like start dancing, right? Right? Start doing something random. It doesn't matter, right? That is going to break you out of that sluggish consciousness, right? And then you actually start gaining momentum and creating a meaning out of your suffering, creating meaning out of the adversity in your life. Okay? Awesome. Appreciate you too. Okay? Awesome. Discover your values and always embrace life's freedoms. Okay? You have to be proactive in certain situations. Life won't just give you that, right? It's not going to fall on your lap, right? You're not going to wake up in the morning and all the animals are playing around you like a Disney movie, right? Okay, princess, okay? So, listen, you're going to have to create that for you. If you really want to live in that lifestyle like a Disney movie, right? Like a princess, and you come out and all these little birds, chirp and sit on your shoulder like that, hey, you got to work towards that, right? And make that your norm. Go outside, be in nature, be near the birds, be near the butterflies, right? If you want that reality. But don't live in the fantasy world like every day, I wish, I hope, I pray for, I want, I can't have that. You're not here yet, right? When it's already here, the frequency's already here, right? In the quantum world, you think about it instantaneously and you're there. But in the physical world, it takes a little bit of time to manifest, right? It takes some time to just move the energy from little by little by little to get to the goal, okay? So that means you got to make your goals your norm. You got to think from your goals, not about your goals. A lot of people think, oh, it's about my goals. I have to do this. And you think about it logically. You're not reverse engineering it, thinking that the goal is already your norm. Okay? Bro, I think I did listen to some dangerous subliminal alpha male dark energy ones, embodied in my energy, not ego. How do I reverse this? You can look up, there's a lot of subliminal reversers, or there's some subliminals that take away or undo bad effects. Just look up some of those, bro, and you'll be fine. Okay? Usually it's just, if it's affecting you negatively, it's probably something in your own subconscious mind. So you might have to journal some things out, but ultimately, that's going to reverse it. So don't worry. You're welcome. Okay? Yeah, ask me about subliminals or anything, guys. I appreciate the questions, and you know, I want to help you guys go from this kind of existential dread into leading a more purposeful, you know, fulfilling life. Not this kind of, you know, when I was in college, bro, you know, there used to be this place on our campus. This is where Peter Dinklage went to college, right? That's the same, Bennington College. They have this place called the End of the World, okay? And it's called the End of the World because it's like a horizon, right? And there's this one big tree, like a Lion King type tree, right? Like just like in the middle, right? And we all used to go out there and just, you know, watch the sunrise, sunset sometimes there, or just, but it was called the End of the World, right? And I bet you, there's so many people that just went out into the end of the world, out into that horizon, and just went into existential dread, right? Like, what's the meaning of my life? What's gonna happen after I graduate? What's gonna, you know, all these questions. What if he leaves after, you know, we end up moving from college? Like all these questions, I bet people have that, right? Because you're looking at this horizon and you're like, whoa, right? You can't think of anything else besides your own life and your infinity and like how your life is gonna become, right? So it's going to the past, which is depression, it's going to the future, which is anxiety, right? By the way, I was born in Nepal and now in Australia. Wow, come from the lineage of priests. I can tell, bro. That's why you're here. I come from a lineage of priests too, a priest class. My family owned a Shiva temple, I believe, and I'm a Brahmin. Well, I didn't get the poite done, but you know I got priest class in my veins. And yeah, man, we're coming up with this archetype. It's called the Priest Beast. So tap in on this channel, man. Listen to some of these old live streams. The Priest Beast is such a powerful concept, okay? Because the priest on one side is the hyper spiritual, the one who's connected with the divine, and the beast needs to get things done, have grit, have momentum, have strength, correct? We need both. The moment we split into one side, it takes us away, you know? Don't let anybody else convince you that that's what divine masculine is. Because it's your own relationship with divinity that decides that, okay? Don't let somebody come in and be like, that's divine masculine because he's a provider, because he's like this, because XYZ. All right. Who made you leader of the divine masculine, bro? Okay? Not the divine, that's for sure, okay? Thinking of going for Kashi. Yeah, amazing. I gotta go to some of these holy places around the world, man. Ladakh, also Vrindavan, where Krishna was born, right? Yeah, a lot of these amazing places around my own country that I still haven't explored yet, you know? But very powerful to know. At least we have these retreats every year, bro. So if you're ever in, you said you're in Australia, I'm actually coming to New Zealand, okay? I'm coming to New Zealand near maybe November, December time. And yeah, we're gonna host our event there. So if you wanna meet up with me in person, bro, make it happen. Make it happen, you know? Save up, get a trip over there. You know, we'll be going around almost like a road trip in a van and going to like different locations there, you know, because there's a lot of downloads associated with mana over there on the island, and there's going to be certain deities that we will work with along the way, and we're going to like muscle test and figure out, you know, different level ups and things like that too. Yeah, dude, I do make custom subliminals. Just let me know. Just Instagram me, bro. Instagram me and we'll figure it out from there. All right? Awesome. All right? We also have someone in our ADEPS program who check out his channel as well. I think it's called Metaphysical Melodies. Shout out to Ferras as well, who makes subliminals for Primal Sutra as well as for his own, you know, YouTube channel. So shout out to him as well. Not on any social medias. Ah, okay. If you can, brother, download Telegram as the one social media and then join our group, because we do like free events and so forth there, okay? So that's when if you want to speak to me on Zoom or something, you know, because I'll be channeling every Monday and I'm doing a podcast every Wednesday on IMCTV, okay? So just tap in, just get tapped into the downloads, the lessons, the blessings that come up, you know? And yeah, man, may you never be the same again. Let's go, upward spiral gang. Okay, great to connect. This was the video, guys. Remember, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. This thing isn't set out for you, set in stone. You can change your destiny by your words, by your actions, by your will. You have this free will. You have this choice. The divine has given those things so you can make mistakes. But guess what? Every single time, you'll get back to the neutral, you know? Get back to the neutral. I do have LinkedIn, but I don't know what it is. Maybe you could type in Sumed Chatterjee into LinkedIn and try and find me. But yeah, I don't think I use LinkedIn anymore even, or Facebook. I use Instagram quite a bit and YouTube. But yeah, regardless, man, just email me, okay? primalsutralifestyle@gmail.com. You can also do that. And yeah, bro. Awesome. Let's tap in. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. See you in the afternoon.